Ever gone into one of those mobile phone stores, right? And you're going in with your phone, you have an issue, you're told that you need to upgrade. So you decide to do it, but you're a little bit sketchy because they want to handle your old phone and help you move everything over to your new phone. Well, those fears have been unlocked. Because in this video, I am going to talk to you guys about a video that I ran into. I've watched it. I'll link it in the description for you guys to watch it. I'm not going to play it on my video, but I'm going to talk about the context of the video and to give you guys some helpful tips regarding these types of things. Things to look out for and just overall best practices. So welcome back to the video. And if you guys enjoyed what I talk about in today's video, then hit the like button for me, as well as hyping this video up so more and more people can discover it and it can help them too. Obviously, you clicked on this video for a reason because you want to know how to protect yourself, and protect yourself you should. So to give you guys context about everything, I found this video from NY Detective. The link is in the description for you guys to watch it yourselves. But the overall context, as the title of the video claims, is that a Metro by T-Mobile employee sends $400 to herself using a customer's Cash App. Now, how was the Metro rep able to do this? Okay, first off, backstory. Customer walks in, can't download an app on their device. This employee assists the customer, lets them know that they ran out of storage. Tells the customer that they need to upgrade to a new phone that have more storage in order to be able to download more apps. So the customer says, okay, well, let's do it. Customer upgrades. Representative asks customer if customer wants to transfer all data from the old phone to the new phone. Customer says, yes, of course. She's an elderly lady. So she decides, hands over her old phone, allowing the representative to migrate all the data and apps from the old phone to the new phone. In the process of doing this, customer decides to walk outside and smoke a cigarette. In that time, the customer was not in the store, apparently and allegedly, because, you know, people are innocent until proven guilty. The representative accessed the customer's Cash App and Cash Apped herself $400 and then attempted another money transfer in the amount of $500. The $500 amount declined. Continued to assist the customer when the customer came back in, made sure all the information was transferred over, sent the customer on her merry way. Customer goes home and finds out that a Cash App transaction has been done through her Cash App, sending money from her account to a stranger's account who happens to be the Metro by T-Mobile employee. And of course, that's kind of crazy, right? Because when you Cash App money to another person, right, it shows a transaction in the Cash app, shows where the money went to, who the money went to, and that's how they were able to, charge the employee with theft, arrest the employee, and take the employee to jail. So again, very interesting. Watch the video if you want to know the full context and, play by play. But here's the thing when it comes down to it. First of all, shame on that employee for doing that, because there are a lot of customers who are not tech savvy, who just don't have the time to fiddle with their phone. And they come into these stores because they want to have that trust with the employee, that the employee will do the right thing and do what they ask them to do. If it's upgrading to a new phone and migrating all their apps and data to the new phone, they should be able to trust you as a representative of that company, right? The employee is representing Metro by T-Mobile. Customer chose to go with Metro by T-Mobile because all the other options out there probably didn't fit the customer's needs or wants or have earned her trust. And trust is a very big thing, because anyone who knows this, when you break somebody's trust, it's hard to get back. It's easy to earn someone's trust off the jump. Hard to get it back once you break the trust. So that just put a whole negative mark on Metro by T-Mobile. So like I said, customers, they come in, they want this help. They trust you for it. They trust that you won't go through their stuff. And we've seen this time and time again. This ain't the first instance where an employee did some dumb stuff like this. There was past times where like employees at T-Mobile stores access somebody's iCloud and then quickly, DM themselves nude photos of a person because people, for some reason, just feel like taking off their clothes for the camera. And so yeah, their nudes got taken, and we've seen this time and time again. So I'm not saying that people shouldn't trust store employees, but there are several things that I would do in this instance if they were like trying to feed me of the you need to upgrade type of thing, upgrade to a new phone and I'll migrate all your stuff. Okay, well, you know what? While they're getting the new phone set up, because they don't have to migrate your data before. First, they have to activate the new phone, make sure that everything transferred over on your account, make sure that the new phone is active for calls, text, for web browsing, for RCS messaging or iMessaging, depending on what you got. And then they would need to migrate all your information over. So the first thing that I would do is, first off, see if there's any old apps. So this is before you even decide to take the upgrade. See if you can delete apps off your phone, apps that you don't even use anymore. How many times do people download stuff and totally forgot that they downloaded an app because they hadn't used it in 4, 5, 6 months? If you're not using it, why does it need to be on your phone taking up storage? Delete the app, delete the metadata and the data connected to it, and in that way, you just freed up storage, right? Look at options to free up storage. If you got tons and tons and tons of photo, back up your photos. If you don't trust the cloud and you have a home computer, connect your device to your computer, back your photos up onto that. I have a 2 terabyte hard drive connected to my PC, has all my photos I've ever taken on mobile devices since back in 2010. Crazy, right? So I can always free up storage. This is why 128 still works for me. It's because a lot of the photos and stuff that I take, videos that I take that would eat up storage, I back it up. Okay, so see if you can do that. And if you absolutely can't, if there is nothing else you can take off your phone that would alleviate storage amount for you to install new apps on your device, and you must upgrade to a higher storage capacity device, then what I would do is, because with Android, you can literally back up yourself. It is so simple to do it, and all you need is the data sync cable that comes with the phone. And most data sync cables today are Type-C to Type-C for this reason. We used to get like regular USB to Type-Cs, but now you notice that the sync cable you get in the box, one end is a Type-C connection, the other end is a Type-C connection, is because you can plug one end into your old device, one end into your new device, and follow the prompts on the new phone setup to transfer and migrate data over from the old device to the new device, cutting out the need to have anybody other than yourself really accessing all your private data. Now, maybe you think that's still too complicated, too much steps and stuff like that. You don't want to screw it up. I get it. I totally get it. And so this is where, I would say that if you made it like a backup, like you made a backup to, iCloud, and you made a backup, on Android, without using a data sync cable, you actually can just use your backup to restore from an older device. And so when you go to like the setup process for Android, and it gets to that point that it wants you to, if you want to connect a device to transfer your data, or you want to restore from backup, choose restore from backup, and then choose the most recent backup, the one that has the most recent date closest to your current date, and choose that backup, and it'll back up everything from that backup and restore it onto your new device. But maybe you need some help. If you have somebody that's pretty familiar with smartphones, utilize their help. Let the store rep know, like, hey, know what? I'm just gonna have, my son, my daughter, my best friend, or whoever that you trust to help you. You'll just take both phones as it is, leave the store. They'll help you back it up. They'll help you restore from your backup. Okay. Well, maybe you're somebody who lives alone. Maybe you don't have family. Maybe you're the last of your tribe. No problem. Got you here. If you have to have a store rep assist you in migrating stuff over, I would first double check and make sure that I know my passwords. And the reason why is because I would not just sign off my banking apps, I would uninstall them. My social media apps like Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, yeah, go ahead, migrate that stuff over. Okay? But to be assured that nobody does what this lady did, which was use a customer's Cash App and sent herself $400, like that can't be traced. To avoid all that headaches, to avoid all that money lost, because it could have been far worse. And I'll explain here in a little bit. But to avoid that situation, just take your banking apps off. Yes, I know people be like, well, there's password key apps, and there's, you know, like Google Passwords, and, you know, there's the whole keychain thing with Apple, but you need security verification to open those in order to get those passwords. So yeah, you have a greater security protecting your passwords than you do if you were just to sign out, because sometimes the auto sign up box that has your credentials pops up. So even if you sign out the app, but you don't delete the app off your phone, they can tap on your banking app, your Cash App, your Chime, whatever you're using. And then when they tap to sign in, that little window at the bottom pops up with your login credentials already there. It's a one-touch login. So just delete the app off your phone. Anything that has to do with finances, money, delete it off your phone before you allow them to move the rest of your stuff over. Because deleting maybe 3, 4, maybe at most 5 or 6 apps is a lot better to reinstall on your device after you've left the store and signed back into them than it is to lose 1,000, 2,000, 3. Because like this lady in the video, yeah, she was dumb enough to use her own personal Cash App account for the money to be sent to. But somebody who's a little bit more smarter, probably if they were going to do something like this, would have probably created a Cash App account under somebody else, or maybe like a friend's identity, and Cash App the money there, knowing that they had the card. So it's not like they're going to like use somebody else's Cash App and be like, yo, meet me later and withdraw the money. Like, no, they would use a friend's identity, create a Cash App account on their own phone, and then take the money from a customer, send to that account. The transaction shows it goes to this person. This person doesn't have the Cash App account, has never even had the Cash App account. And they don't know. I mean, they can still get caught. They can still catch the thief, but it makes it a little bit more harder for them to catch the thief than like how quickly they were able to catch this one, because her face and everything was on her Cash App. So when the customer looked and saw a $400 deduction from their Cash App account and looked where it went to and got the credentials of the other Cash App customer that it was sent to, they saw the employee's face. Even though the employee tried to lie, tried to make it seem like that, you know, she didn't do it or and all this other stuff, there's no way to work your way around that. That's pretty much concrete and clear. So, yes, again, just to kind of recap, okay, if you got someone to help you at home, rely on that first, okay? Don't really allow store employees access to your private information, even if they want to assist you in migrating your data over. But if you have to be there, if you have to let them migrate that data over, make sure you're watching what they're doing. I like to tell store reps to put both phones down on the counter. I want to see the display because I want to see what they see. Because if I catch them opening my Google Photos app to look through my photos and stuff like that, then there's no reason for them to be in there. They're not migrating one photo at a time. Everything migrates over once the credentials are logged in. That's one of the things I like about Google. That once you're logged in, everything migrates over. Apple does the same thing too. You know, so you know your Apple Photos will go to your new phone once you sign into your iCloud. But yeah, watch what they do. Don't let them take your phone to the back. Don't let them take your phone out of sight. Make sure they put that thing on the desk so you can see what they're seeing, to make sure that all they're doing is just migrating data from old phone to new phone. But if you have someone at home that can help you, a friend that can help you, rely on them first. If you know how to restore from backups, do that and let the rep know, hey, I know how to restore from backups. I'm good. Let me just have my phones. Because they can't hold your phone. They can't deny you your phone if you don't want them to help assist you migrating things over. You've already paid for it. If they won't hand you the phone that you just paid for, that's theft, right? Protect yourself at all times. That's not a rule that applies to boxing. That's a rule that applies to life, okay? We would love to trust store reps, and I'm not knocking on store reps. I'm not saying all of them are like this, but these few idiots are the reason why that store reps have a bad reputation, and they have to fight that stigma every day. Which is why sometimes when you walk into a store rep might be a little of an a-hole. But just imagine how much crap does he or she take from people on a daily basis because of actions like this that ruins the business relationship between customer and store representative. So I'm just saying, If you have any other ideas you'd like to throw in there that I didn't mention, I welcome you to plug those in the comment section of the video, because I'll help everybody out there. Hitting the like button also helps this video for people to find it. Hyping this video up is a new thing, and I would superly appreciate it if you guys did. Nonetheless, thanks for hanging out with me. You guys have been great, and I love you guys very much. So be safe, happy hump day, and as always, aloha.